Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to make Angelina Ballerina. I'm going to make her exactly the way you see her now. If you'd like to change the color of the bands, this is another option. I made her in white. To let you know, I'm going to use about 130 bands for the body, this light pink, 56 pink in the body here, and about 40 bands in the skirt. So the skirt you can make is optional. It's just removable. So it's up to you. I'm going to use one loom, and our loom is going to be in its original position with the arrows facing down. You're also going to need two colors, two bands for the eyes. Her eyes are a purple color. I just kind of preferred her in black. Two black for the eyelashes and two white for the eyes. So I'm going to get started. The first thing that we're going to do is make her arms. I'm going to go down the loom using double bands 6 times and capping it off with a single band. If you'd like, you can make her arms shorter by just going down 5 times. So you can see the difference. It's up to you. So I'm just going to take double bands of the light pink, her body color, and go down 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now taking a single band, I'm just going to cap the end, so just wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now grab your hook, and you just want to reach in at the bottom, pulling that cap band out of the way and grabbing the bottom 2 bands. Hold the cap band down and go forward. And then you can just reach in at the top and remove off the loom. And here's your arm. You can just slide it off and put it to the side. I've already made another one, so you just pause the video and make yourself another one. Now we're going to make the body. So I'm just going to take 3 bands of the skin color, her body color, and I'm going to go down once in the center for her neck. I'm going to do her shoulders, double bands, and go from the left up to the center, and then center down to the right. Push your bands down, take double bands, and go down once in the middle. This is where I'm going to add the arms now. So I'm just going to put back on my hook, and I'm going to slide one on the left side, second peg going down, and the other on the right. Just on the opposite side, making sure all the loops are around the peg. Now I'm going to switch to my darker pink, and I'm going to go down on the right 4 times and then the left 4 times. Double bands. 3 and then 4. On the left, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center, center up to the right, and push down. Now I'm going to go down in the middle 3 times using double bands. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to pause there, and now we're going to make the tail. To let you know, the tail is optional. You don't have to make the tail. I did on this one, and I didn't on this one, so you can see. But for the tail, all I did was take her body color, and I'm going to use my hook. I'm also going to use a total of 8 bands. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to take a single band and wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 loops. Next, I'm going to take a single band and double it, attach, support, and slide this band on and grab both ends. Going to continue, single, doubled, and just slide on and grabbing both ends. So this would be 2 loops. We need a total of 7, or you can make the tail longer. Single, double, attach to the hook, support with your finger, and slide and grab both ends. So I have 4 loops. This is the 5th. 6th, and the 7th. So you can see there's 7 teardrops in there. Now I'm going to slide this on double pink bands, support and slide the tail on, and grab both ends. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the tail off my hook and turn it around. So I'm just going to turn it around so the tail curls towards her head and not down towards her feet. So now I'm going to attach one end in the middle and the other end at the bottom. Now switching back to the light color pink here, I'm going to use double bands and I'm going to go down 5 times on the right and then 5 times on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now grabbing your hook, you're going to take a single band, so I'm going to use the pink for her shoes, and I'm going to wrap this around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 loops. Now I'm going to slide this on her body color, double bands, and attach on the right on the loom. And I'm going to repeat this on the left. Single band, wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 4 loops. We're going to slide this on, double bands, and attach on the left side. Now for her shoes, or her ballerina slippers, I'm going to use 3 bands. You can use 2 if you'd like. I just like it being thicker. So I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left with 3 bands. Now, grabbing your hook, I'm going to take a single band of the slipper color and I'm going to wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So there's 3 loops. Now I'm going to slide this on 3 bands and grab both ends. I'm just going to turn my loom around and I'm going to slide this at the bottom on the left side, making sure all the loops are around the bottom peg. Going to repeat on the right, single band wrapped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now grabbing 3 bands, attach, support, and slide this band on, and then grab the other end. And we're going to slide this on the right side. Make sure all your loops are around. Now we just need holding bands, So I'm going to use my darker pink to match the body, and I'm going to make a triangle right below the arms, another triangle below, another triangle, and one more. So you have a total of 4 triangles. Now I'm going to take a single band and cap the end in the middle 3 times. So just push your bands down nicely and take a single and go around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So this is what you should have. So I'm ready to loop. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to start on the right side. I am just going to do her legs. So starting at the bottom, reach in, grab those 3 bands for the shoe, and continue up the leg. And stop. Now on the left side, reach in at the bottom. You can pull these bands out of the way and go forward. Just doing her legs. And stop. Now we're going to go into the middle at the bottom here, move that cap band out of the way, and grab the top 2 bands that are going up to the middle. Reach back in at the bottom here, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the right. Reach back in, grabbing the last 2, and they're going up to the left. Now I'm going to loop up all the way to the second peg here in the center on the right. So I'm just going to reach in. You can release some of this tension by just moving your hook around, and you're just grabbing the bottom 2 bands. So you can just slide around your peg and go forward. Move the holding bands out of the way. When you get to the arm, just move the arm out of the way, and you're just grabbing your bottom 2 bands for the shoulder and bring them up to the second peg in the middle. Repeat on the left. Slide around and over your peg. Don't just go forward, you'll break the bands. Reach in, move the arm out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2 shoulder. And now we're going to loop up the center. So we've already done one section. Reach in and go right to the top. Reach in at the second peg, grab the bottom 3, slide around your peg, and then up. Now I'm going to remove her off the loom, so I'm just going to remove the legs first, and then using my hook, I'm going to just remove the sides of her body. And this bottom band here. With my hook, going in at the neck area and remove. Now if you have an extra hook, you can put her to the side, or if you need to, you can put her right at the bottom of your loom. I have an extra hook, so I'm going to put her to the side. Now we're going to do her head. So I'm going to start off with double bands, and I'm going to go from the left up to the center, and then center down to the right. I'm going to go down 3 times on the right, and then 3 times on the left. 2 and 3. On the left, 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to close this off, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right and push your bands down. Now we're going to fill in the middle using double bands, and I'm going to go down 4 times till we get to the bottom. 1 to the bottom, 4th peg. 5th peg. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more. 4. I'm just going to push my bands down. And now I'm going to use a single band and I'm going to put holding bands. So I'm going to make triangles. So starting at the second pegs, going down here, we're going to make another triangle and then one more. You're going to push your bands down. Grab your hook. This second triangle that we placed on, the third peg's going down. With your hook, you're just going to grab the bottom on the right side of this holding band, and you're just going to twist it around this third peg. So I'm just going to undo it, grab the bottom, and go around, just to make it a little bit more tight. Now we're going to make the ears. So I'm going to take a single band, and I'm going to go right below the face, just at the bottom here in the middle of the loom. Now I'm going to use the darker pink to use inside of the ear. And I'm just going to use a single band, and I'm going to go down twice. 1 and 2. Now grabbing double bands, I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left. And then close it off. So double bands from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. Going to take a single band and we're going to put a triangle. Now take a single band and you're going to cap the end in the middle 3 times. So just push your bands down and go around. 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to make another one with you right below. Going to take a single band and make a triangle. I'm going to take double bands and go down once on the right and then once on the left. Sorry, now we're going to take the single, different color pink, and go down twice. I'm going to close it off from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right, single band, make a triangle, single band. We're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Just go around 3 times. Now we're going to loop up. So grab your hook. I'm going to start with my bottom one here. Doesn't matter. Push this band out of the way, and you're going to grab your top 2 bands, which are going up to the right. I'm just going to continue to loop on the right. So reach in and grab that single band that we put a triangle and bring it up to the center. Reach in at the bottom, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the left. We're just going to reach in on the left and continue looping up. Grab that single and bring it up to the center. Reach down at the bottom, grab that band, and go up. I'm going to remove this off the loom, and the first thing I'm going to do is relieve some of this tension on the sides by removing it. With my hook, I'm going to reach in at the top and remove the bands. And I'm going to slide this on the left side, so just give it a little tug, making sure that you get all the loops around that peg. Going to loop up the next one, so reach in at the bottom, move that cap band out of the way, grab the top 2 bands, and they're going up to the right. Reach in on the right and continue looping to the top. Grab that single, bring it to the center. Reach back in at the bottom, grabbing the next 2, and bring them to the left. Continue looping on the left, move these bands out of the way, grab that single triangle band, and now reach in at the bottom, grabbing that single band, and go up. With my hook, I'm just going to remove the sides, and then reach in the top here and remove the bands. And I'm going to slide this on the top peg on the right, making sure that all the loops are around the peg. Now we're going to make her eyes, so I'm going to use 2 black and 2 white. You're going to take the eye band, the color that you wish, and wrap it around your hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 loops. Now grab a white band and you're going to wrap this around twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Push it down and make another one. Single eye color band wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grab a single white and wrap it twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. And now grab your face color band, a single band, attach, support, and then slide. Pinch the eye and slide one on at a time. And you're going to slide this on the second pegs going down from the left to the right. I'm not going to separate the eyes to either side yet, so I'm just going to leave them in the middle. And I'm going to do the eyelashes. So I'm going to take a single black. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reach in underneath this holding band on the right side and grab the end of the black and bring it underneath. And I'm going to do a slip knot. And I'm going to do it close to the second peg going down on the right. I don't want to do it to the center. So I'm just going to grab one end and slide it over and do a slip knot. I'm going to hold the end down, so I don't want to pull and stretch all the elastics, and then pull it towards the right. I'm going to repeat this on the left side. Single band, I'm going to, with my hook, reach underneath the cap band, the holding band, grab the end of the black, and bring it underneath, grabbing both ends. And now I'm going to do a slip knot closest to the second peg going down on the left, holding the knot area and pull towards the left. Now what I'm going to do with my hook, I'm going to reach in the center of this eye band. And I'm going to take this eyelashes and bring it underneath that holding band, grabbing an end and bringing it through. That's it. Going to repeat on the left, go between the eye band here, go underneath and grab the eyelashes and just bring it through. And that's it. Now I'm going to make her nose. So I'm going to start off with a single band, same color as her face, and I'm just going to use the bottom part of my loom. I'm going to go down once on the right and once on the left. Now taking a single band, I'm going to go down once in the middle, just starting at the pegs above. Now taking double bands, I'm going to close this off from the center up to the right, but I'm just going to twist it, making a figure 8. Push the bands down. Going to repeat on the left. From the left down to the center and just twist the double bands. Push down. Going to fill in the middle, the last spot using double bands. Push down. Now take a single band and I'm going to make a triangle as the holding band. I want to make this tighter just by a bit, so with your hook, grab the bottom part of the triangle and just wrap it around the peg once. Now take a single band and we're going to cap the end in the center 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now with your hook, we're ready to loop up. So at the bottom, you want to move this cap band out of the way and grab the top 2 bands, which are going up to the center. You can continue to loop up in the middle, so just this last band. Reach back in at the bottom, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the left. And you can just continue to loop up this last single band on the left. Reach back in at the bottom, grabbing the last 2 bands, and go up to the right. Reach in, moving these bands out of the way, and grab that single. Just go around your peg and then up. We're going to leave this here for a minute and we're going to attach the body. So grab your body and put it at the bottom here in the middle, the chin area, and you want to slide it around. You want to make sure that the back, if you have a tail here, it will be facing the bottom. Now we're going to loop up at this chin area, so what I'm going to do is just reach in, grab the top two bands, and they're going up. They're going, I apologize, I just looped this one and paused the video, so I'm not entirely sure where they belong because I placed them back. So the top two, you're going to realize which direction they go to. You're going to reach in and grabbing the next two, and mine are going to the left here. You're going to reach in and grab the last two, so all three sections are done. You're going to loop up one more section in the middle here and stop. Now reach in and grab the nose. So what you're going to do is with your hook, you're going to remove the bands on the right side, the center, and then the left, and remove gently off the loom. So you should have 6 loops around your hook. The first 2 loops are going to go around your third peg on the left, the next 2 loops are going to go on your third peg in the middle, and the last 2 loops are going to go on your third peg on the right. So you want to push your bands down and slide the first 2, then the next 2, and I have the last 2 for the right. Push down. Now with your hook, you're going to separate the eyes, just find the middle, and then push them to the sides. Now I'm going to loop up on the left, all the way to the top. So just reach in and grabbing the bottom bands. Don't loop over the eyelashes. Move the ear out of the way, grabbing the bottom 2, and go to the top. Now on the right, go all the way to the top. Move these bands out of the way. Move the ear out of the way and grab the bottom 2. Now at your third peg going down in the center, that's where you want to continue to loop and go to the top. Push your bands down. And now we're going to make her bow. So I'm just going to grab double bands of their pink color, and I'm going to go down once on the loom at the bottom here. Now with my hook and a single band, I'm just going to reach under, grab one end of this band and bring it under, and I'm just going to do a slip knot. Bringing one end over, and then I don't want to pull too tight here on the loom because the bands are going to start to curl. So I'm just going to remove off gently and then pull in the direction that the band is facing at the bottom here. Holding in the middle and give it a tug. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this end here and I'm going to wrap it around the top part of my loom 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I just want to make sure I run around 4 times because I feel like one of my loops came off. So I have 4 times. If you can only go around 3 times, you can just pull the band through the back of her neck when you're complete. And if your bow is not facing towards the bottom, all you want to do is with your hook, go in and move the bow around. until it gets to the bottom, like this. Now we're going to take a single band of our face color and we're going to do a slip knot. So I'm just going to reach in at the top here. It's going to be tight, so you're just going to want to do a slip knot and not pull too hard to do that slip knot now. You can pull it tighter when you're done. So I'm just going to remove, I'm going to hold this because it's not that tight, and remove the sides of her face with my hook. And reach in at the top through all these bands and remove her off the loom. And then take my hook out. So this is what you should have, and now I'm going to show you how to fix. The first thing we're going to do is fix her shoe, her slipper, her ballerina slipper. So I did one leg already, so I'm going to show you to do one, and then you're going to pause the video to fix the other. So you're going to find that single band that we wrapped around 4 times, and you're going to bring 2 of the loops, it doesn't matter which, 2, you're going to bring one at a time to the other side of her foot. So just grab the band and bring it to the other side, and then push those bands up, and there's her legs. Now for her tail, if you added that part, you can just bring it more towards the top. And now we're going to fix her arms. I'm going to bring 2 of these bands here, that half of that teardrop that's closest to her arm, I'm just going to bring her arm through. So a strap's going to be on the other side. And the same thing, this half a teardrop, this 2 bands, I'm just going to bring her arm right through. So I just brought the 2 of the loops to the other side. Now you can just fix her ears, and the next thing I'm going to do is hide this slip knot. So just turning her around, I'm just going to go through some of these bands here in the back, through the top, grabbing that band and just bring it through. The next thing that I'm going to do is fix this bow. So what I'm going to do is you're going to find 2 of these loops and bring the bow through. So you're just going to stretch the loops and just bring the bow right through the center. And then if it's still too loose, you can just go through the center of her head and just pull at one of the bands and just bring it a little bit towards the back. Or just loosen up some of the tension until it's nice and flat. And my slip knot came out. Now I'm just going to fix her eyes. So I'm just going to bring her eyes through. And you can just move the bands around to however you like. And then if your eyelashes are curling towards the face, just take that band and just give it a little twist and it will curl to the other side. You can pull her nose out, and the next thing you're going to do is grab a pair of scissors and you're going to cut the eyelashes not too long and not too short. Might cut a little bit shorter. And now I'm going to show you how to make the skirt. Just going to pull the ears at the top, the cap bands. Now I'm going to show you how to make these pieces. I'm going to do one with you, and then you're going to pause the video until you have a total of 8. So you're going to take double bands of any color that you wish to have for her skirt, and you're going to go down the loom once. It doesn't matter where you're going to go. A single band, go down twice. So double, single, single, and now a single band, and you're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now with your hook, you're just going to reach in and move that holding band out of the way and just go forward. And you can remove off the loom and then just push the piece up until you have a total of 8. So go down once with double bands, then a single, and then a single band, cap 3 times. Pause the video until you have 8. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to bring one of these pieces down, and I'm going to attach one end at the top center and the other end at the top on the left. Grab another piece and you're going to attach one end on the left at the top and the other end just below on the second peg going down. Grab another piece, attach one end on the second peg on the left and the next on the third peg. Now we're going to close this off, so grab another piece, going to attach one end on the third peg on the left and the other end down at the bottom here in the center, fourth peg going down. Now I'm going to repeat on the right, so I'm just going to turn my loom around, grabbing another piece. One end is going to go on the top in the middle, the other end at the top on the right. Now going down, one end on the first peg and the other end on the second peg on the right. Grabbing another piece, attach one end on the second and the other end on the third peg on the right. Now we're going to close this off from the center up to the right. This is what you should have. Now grab a single pink and you're going to cap the middle 3 times. So just push your bands down and go around. 1, 2, and 3. We're ready to loop up. So grab your hook, move that cap band out of the way and grab your top 2 bands which are going up to the right. I'm just going to continue looping on the right all the way to the top, just grabbing the bottom 2 bands and stop. Repeating on the left, starting at the bottom and go up. Just grabbing the bottom 2 bands. Grabbing a single, I'm going to do a slip knot at the top. And you can remove off the loom. And this is what you should have. you can just grab each of the cap bands and just bring them right to the end, kind of fixing up the tension. And then you just have to put on the doll. Stretch it open, and you want the tail underneath. And you can hide this slip knot by either going through the center of the body or just going through the middle of the skirt bands. And then you can pose her any way you like. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I will see you next time with another. Bye for now.